Joining us now is Lisa's husband, Jimmy Canizzario, who had the same surgery a month ago. Jimmy has lost 42 pounds. And Jimmy, before we go on to talk about weight loss, I want to tell you something. I've known Lisa for a long time, and this is the first time I met you, and I want to tell you it's a pleasure. But you changed this woman's life. She has been so happy since you came around, and I want to say thank you. Lisa's a great woman, and you've really, I don't know, you made her happy, and congratulations for that.
Well,
it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I want to say thank you for being nicer all these years.
Well, thank you for that. So let's talk about the weight loss thing. Has it been easier to go through this with your partner, or was it something you were contemplating already?
Well, you know, we both talked about it at the same time. I can't imagine not doing the surgery after she had done it, because it would be kind of strange for her to be trying to save her life and me stuffing my face with pie.
Right.
You know, and she's looking at me going, hey, I'm trying to live longer and you're killing yourself.
Now,
so I think it would be difficult for us not to do it at the same time.
And Jimmy, are you doing some of the same work that she's doing in terms of trying to change the emotional context for eating and sort of the addictive quality that she has with food?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I've also, I changed my life a little bit as far as getting back to the gym. I'm working out every day. I walk a 5K every day now.
Wow.
So I changed the way I eat. You think about everything you put in your mouth now. So everything you decide to eat, you concentrate on going, do I really need this? No, I don't need it. So.
All right, let's take some calls on this issue. Heidi is in Minnesota. Heidi, you had a question or comment?
Yes. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you guys were concerned at all about switching addictions, going from a food addiction to a drug or an alcohol, because I know it's really common.
Well, not only that, Heidi, but the procedure, or these gastric procedures, particularly the ones like what's called a Roux-en-Y, where they sort of reconnect the tubing, which is somewhat different than what these guys had. The way alcohol gets into the small bowel really increases the risk for alcoholism. So it's A, are you switching to other behaviors? And B, have you noticed anything with alcohol?
Well, I'll be honest, Dr. Drew, I've been working on this emotional quality of eating for so long that I know better at this point than to do that. I think 30 years ago, I would have done exactly that, switched to shopping or gambling or men or sex or something. But now it's like, okay, I know better, and I'd rather go to a meeting and handle it, or go to the therapist and handle it. And basically, we don't drink. We've never done a drug. We're not those type of people. But I recognize where it could easily lead. So you got to cut it off at the pass and say, I'm not going to allow it.
Isn't it reassuring, Jimmy, to have your wife sitting there? She'd just start acting out with a bunch of men if she hadn't had all this therapy?
I'm used to it by now.
I've heard her act. Let's go to
absolutely.
Jackie in Massachusetts. Jackie.
Hi, Hi, Dr. Drew, and hi, Lisa. I'm so proud of you. You look wonderful.
She does look good.
My thing is this. My husband went through gastric bypass surgery, and he lost 220 pounds and has, like, extra skin, a lot of extra skin and stuff like that. And he's due for some surgery. It doesn't bother me. I think it bothers him a little bit, but I'm also up for surgery pretty soon as well. And I'm a little worried about it. So have you got that yet? I mean, do you have that extra skin thing going? Because that's what's freaking me out.
That is a common procedure that often will follow on these sorts of massive weight losses. Not everyone needs that. Not everyone gets it, but some do. Have you guys thought about that, Lisa?
Well, we've been advised to exercise as much as possible now, not just for our good health, but also to, try to reduce that as much as possible. And I think our loss is going to slow down enough. Mine already started slowing down, so it's not as extreme. So hopefully it won't require that. But if it does, if you feel bad about yourself, you got to get it done if you can afford it. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Hopefully it won't happen.
I think the exercise is definitely key, though.
Yeah.
Getting back into the gym is definitely a key for that.
Yeah.
This next caller, I believe, is Pogi. Is that the name? You're in California?
Yes.
Pogi, hi.
Yes. Hi, Santa Cruz, California. Lisa, I love you. I was rooting for you. You were my favorite on Celebrity Apprentice. Hey, I just want to know now that you're going to be a skinny bitch, are you still going to be funny?
Well, you know what's funny about that, Dr. Drew? And Pogi, which I thought you said hoagie, and you were trying to throw in my face the name of a sandwich. So
that was for Jimmy. The hoagie was for Jimmy, just
Yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
But you know what? I feel like I'll never be a skinny one, because when I grew up, Dr. Drew, we're about the same age. When you were a size 12, now you're considered fat. back when we were kids, 12 was small, and that was kind of the smallest I ever was. So clearly, I'm never going to be skinny, but I'm going to be at least at a healthier weight. And I've always been funny all my life, so let's pray I don't lose my funny gene. That's the only one I can't afford to, because who's paying for these surgeries? Not him.
it's your funny. And let me remind people of one other thing, that while women with other women seem to be very focused on stick thin, research consistently shows that men like curves, men like a little bit of something here and there, some more or less, but always something. So this stick thin thing, you're right, Lisa, is a relatively new thing, and it's not necessarily the healthiest, and it's not necessarily what men want.